Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. This is the morning session and here we are currently reading Chant and Be Happy. Okay, so yesterday we covered the chapter 6, like a very beautiful glorification of Haridas Thakur and a prostitute. Okay, how Haridas Thakur out of his pure due to his transcendental nature, he also even liberated the prostitute. Okay, so we don't have to go to liberate the prostitute because we are not that strong enough or we are not a pure devotee. Okay. So today we will start our chapter 7, the science of a mantra meditation. Okay. So let's start our session by offering the prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्णचैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशात देशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So please raise your hand, those who want to read the book. Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Sharmila Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chapter 7, The Science of Mantra Meditation. Excerpts from the writings of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Reviving our original brilliance. Sparks are beautiful as long as they are in the fire. Similarly, we have to remain in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always engage in devotional service, for then we shall always be brilliant and illuminating. As soon as we fall from the service of the Lord, our brilliance and illumination will immediately be extinguished, or at least stopped for some time. When we living entities who are like sparks of the original fire, the Supreme Lord, fall into a material condition, we must take the mantra from the Supreme Personality of Godhead as it is offered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, we shall be delivered from all the difficulties of this material world. Srimad Bhagavatam 8.6.15. The mantra for everyone. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare as a great means of propaganda for spreading love of God. It is not that it is recommended only for Kali Yuga. Actually, it is recommended for every age. There have always been many devotees who have chanted and reached perfection in all ages. That is the beauty of this Krishna consciousness movement. It is not simply for one age or for one country or for one class of people. Hare Krishna can be chanted by anyone in any social position, in any country and in any age. For Krishna is the Supreme Lord of all people, in all social positions, in all countries, in all ages. Elevation to Krishna consciousness. Awakening our original consciousness. It is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, pure love for Sri Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source, When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, that love naturally awakens. Since Krishna consciousness is inherent in every living entity, everyone should be given a chance to hear about Sri Krishna. Simply by hearing and chanting Shravanam Kirtanam, one's heart is directly purified and one's original Krishna consciousness is immediately awakened. Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed upon the heart, it is already there. When one chants the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the heart is cleansed of all mundane contamination. The nectar of instruction, text 4. Chanting the universal religion. In this present age, quarrels take place even over trifles, and therefore the Shastras, scriptures have recommended for this age a common platform for realization, namely chanting the holy names of the Lord. People can hold meetings to glorify the Lord in their respective languages and with melodious songs. And if such performances are executed in an offenseless manner, it is certain that the participants will gradually attain spiritual perfection without having to undergo more rigorous methods. All the people of the world will accept the holy name of the Lord as the common platform for the universal religion of mankind. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Introduction. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Guneshri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Seeing God through sound. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is a sound, Shabda, that is non-different from Krishna. The sound Krishna and the original Krishna are the same. There are things which we hear but do not see. The wind may be whistling past our ears, and we can hear it, but there is no possibility of seeing the wind. Since hearing is no less an important experience or valid one than seeing, we can hear Krishna and realize his presence through sound. Sri Krishna himself says, I am not there in my abode or in the heart of the meditating yogi, but where my pure devotees are singing. We can feel the presence of Krishna as we actually make progress. Rajavidya, the king of knowledge. The holy name acts like a fire. Fire will act regardless of whether handled by an innocent child or by someone well aware of its power. For example, if a field of straw or dry grass is set afire, either by an elderly man who knows the power of fire or by a child who does not, the grass will be burned to ashes. Similarly, one may or may not know the power of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, but if one chants the holy name, he will become free from all sinful reactions. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2.18. Liberation from the false ego. The effects of chanting the holy name of the Lord is perceived by the chanter as liberation from the conception of false egoism. False egoism is exhibited by thinking oneself to be the enjoyer of the world and thinking everything in the world to be meant for the enjoyment of oneself only. The whole materialistic world is moving under such false egoism of I and mine. But the factual effect of chanting the holy name is to become free from such misconception. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.11. Chanting defeats death. By the grace of the Lord, if a devotee at the time of death can simply chant his holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, simply by chanting this Mahamantra, he immediately surpasses the great ocean of the material sky and enters the spiritual sky. He never has to come back for repetition of birth and death. Simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can surpass the ocean of death. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.10.30. Experiencing ecstasy. Bhava is the transcendental aesthetic attachment for Krishna, which results from perfectly understanding that the person Krishna and the name Krishna are identical. One who has attained bhava is certainly not contaminated by material nature. He enjoys transcendental pleasure from bhava, and bhava is intensified. It is called love of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya told Prakashananda Saraswati that the whole name of Krishna, the Maha Mantra or great chant, enables anyone who chants it to attain the stage of love of Godhead or intensified bhava, teachings of Lord Chaitanya. The sound incarnation of the God. Sometimes Krishna descends personally, and sometimes he descends as a sound vibration, and sometimes he descends as a devotee. There are many different categories of avatars. In this present age, Krishna has descended in his holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also confirmed that in this age of Kali, Krishna has descended in the form of sound vibration. Sound is one of the forms which the Lord takes. Therefore, it is stated that there is no difference between Krishna and his name. Elevation in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Vinod Prabhu, you want to read?
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Christ or Krishna, the name is the same. From a conversation with a Benedictine monk. Christos is the Greek version of the word Krishna. When an Indian person calls on Krishna, he often says Krista. Krista is a Sanskrit word meaning attraction. So when we address God as Christ, Krista or Krishna, we indicate the same, all attract to Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Jesus said, Our Father who art in heaven, sanctified be thy name. That name of God was Krista or Krishna. Actually, it doesn't matter, Krishna or Christ, the name is the same. The main point is to follow the injunctions of the Vedic scriptures that recommend chanting the name of God in this age. I have not come to teach you, but only to request you to please chant the name of God. The Bible also demands this of you. So let us kindly cooperate and chant. And if you have a prejudice against chanting the name Krishna, then chant Christos or Krista. There is no difference. Sri Chaitanya said, Nam Nam Kari Bauda Nij Sarv Shakti. God has millions and millions of names. And because there is no difference between God's name and Himself, each one of these names has the same potency as God. Therefore, even if you accept designations like Hindu, Christian, or Muslim, if you simply chant the name of God found in your own scriptures, you will attain the spiritual platform. We always have these beads, just as you have your rosary. You are chanting. But why don't the other Christians also chant? If you would like to cooperate with us, then go to the churches and chant Christ, or Krishna. What could be the objection? The science of self-realization. The wild horses of the mind. The mind is always concocting objects for happiness. I'm always thinking, this will make me happy, or that will make me happy. Happiness is here. Happiness is there. In this way, the mind is taking us anywhere and everywhere. It is as though we are riding on a chariot behind an unbridled horse. We have no power over where we are going, but can only sit in horror and watch helplessly. As soon as the mind is engaged in the Krishna consciousness process, especially chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then the wild horses of the mind will gradually come under our control on the way to Krishna, the peace formula. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Snigdha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Foolish and so-called civilized men. The peace formula. The earth is the property of God, but we, the living entities, especially the so-called civilized human beings, are claiming God's property as our own, under both an individual and collective false conception. If you want peace, you have to remove this false conception from your mind and from the world. This false claim of proprietorship by the human race on earth is partly or wholly the cause of all disturbances of peace on earth. Foolish and so-called civilized men are claiming proprietary rights on the properties of God because they have now become godless. You cannot be happy and peaceful in a godless society. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that he is the factual enjoyer of all activities of the living entities, that he is the supreme Lord of all universes, and that he is the well wishing friend of all beings. When the people of the world know this as the formula for peace, it is then and there that peace will prevail. Therefore, if you want peace at all, you will have to change your consciousness into Krishna consciousness, both individually and collectively, by the simple process of chanting the holy names of God. This is a standard and recognized process for achieving peace in the world. We therefore recommend that everyone become Krishna conscious by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is practical, simple, and sublime. 480 years ago, this formula was introduced in India by Lord Sri Chaitanya, and now it is available in your country. Take to this simple process of chanting as above mentioned. Realize your factual position by reading the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and re-establish your lost relationship with Krishna. God, peace and prosperity will be the immediate worldwide result. The science of self-realization. Free versus high-priced mantras. Recently, an Indian yogi came to America to give some private mantra. But if a mantra has any power, why should it be private? If a mantra is powerful, why should it not be publicly declared so that everyone can take advantage of it? We are saying that this Hare Krishna Mahamantra can save everyone, and we are therefore distributing it publicly, free of charge. The devotees are preaching without charge, declaring in the streets, parks, and everywhere. Here, here is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Come on, take it. The path of perfection. Risks for treatment for heart disease. From a conversation with the community relation officer with the Chicago Police Department, Lieutenant Mosey, would there be more of beneficial influence, more of the strengthening of the community if the program with congregational chanting were held in a poorer area rather than an affluent area? Srila Prabhupada. Our treatment is for the spiritually diseased person. When a person is afflicted with a disease, there are no distinctions between a poor man and a rich man. They are both admitted to the same hospital, just as the hospital should be in a place where both the poor man and the rich man can easily come. The location of the Sankirtana facility should be easily accessible to all. Since everyone is materially infected, everyone should be able to take advantage. So our chanting process is for everyone because it cleanses the heart regardless of the man's opulence or poverty. The only way to permanently change the criminal habit is to change the heart of the criminal. As you well know, many thieves are arrested numerous times and put into jail. Although they know that if they commit theft, they will go to jail. Still, they are forced to steal because of their unclean hearts. Therefore, without cleansing the heart of the criminal, you cannot stop crime simply by more stringent law enforcement. The thief and the murderer already know the law, yet they still commit violent crimes due to their unclean hearts. So, our process is to cleanse the heart. Then all the troubles of this material world will be solved. The science of self realization. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. So yes, here we can see all the references from the all the different books has been given. Okay, so yes, then we are today we are speaking about the science of a mantra meditation. So first is reviving our original brilliance. So yes, we are what we say, we are the part and parcel of a Lord, and we are like a small sparks, and Krishna is like an entire fire. So as we are in association with fire, or the sparks are in association with a fire, they have the qualities of a fire, they are brilliant and they are illuminating. But as soon as they go away from the fire, they are what Prabhupada says here, that spark and brilliance is extinguished, or at least stop for some time. Okay, but when we again come in a contact with a fire, then again they start illuminating, and they become a brilliant. So like a point is that currently like we want to enjoy independently of a Krishna. That's why we come here in a material world. But when we change our consciousness, like again, like we become a Krishna consciousness, and like we give up the sense gratification and work for the satisfaction or the gratification of Krishna's senses, then again we again we become bright and illuminating. Okay, so by simply chanting Hare Krishna mantra, like we can be delivered from these all the difficulties of this material world. So like yes, here in this material world, by any kind of a sense gratification, we can never be happy. Okay, and like we will only suffer in this material world, because this is a dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Okay, and like Maya Devi with her Trishula saying us, please get out of this world by giving the Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, and Adi Atmik tapas or miseries. Okay, so we should get out of this world by cleaning our heart by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So second is, so the Hare Krishna mantra is for some special caste, or like some for the wealthy people. No, what Prabhupada is saying here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come on this earth planet 500 years ago, and he distributed the like love of a Godhead. He distributed the Hare Krishna mantra, and it is for everyone. Either you are poor, either you are wealthy, or either like you are in healthy condition or you are in unhealthy condition. For everyone, Hare Krishna mantra is available. And it is not just this for this Kali Yuga. Okay, for a Kali Yuga it is recommended to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, but it like we have the many examples from from the like other yugas also, where devotees have chanted the Hare Krishna mantra and they get the liberated, and they have glorified the uh, glorify the Lord, and they go back to the Godhead. So this Hare Krishna mantra is for all the age group, even from the when if someone is a pregnant, the baby is in womb. Like if you hear the Hare Krishna mantra, the benefit of that mantra is the baby still get the benefit of that mantra. Okay, so like even from the like 1 year child to 5 year child, anyone can hear, or like anyone can chant the Hare Krishna mantra to the age of 70, 100, like whatever you say. So in any condition, you can hear or you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Okay, and it is not only for the India, or it is not for the Vrindavana that you will chant the Hare Krishna mantra. No, like anyone from the worldwide can take the benefit of this Hare Krishna mantra, because Lord Chaitanya wants to spread Hare Krishna mantra and the love of Godhead to every town and village. Okay, then second is like awakening our original consciousness. So is the Krishna consciousness is something artificial? No, like it is currently, it is a dormant, it is a naturally present in our heart, but simply because we come in this contact with the material nature, our consciousness get contaminated. So like from the Krishna consciousness we become material conscious, and from the material consciousness, when we become like Krishna consciousness, this cycle will complete. Okay, so like so yes, Krishna consciousness is inherent to the every living entity, because we are the part and parcel of Krishna. So we can see like there are some screws in in the machines. So when screw is like on the road, so like we don't value that screw, but when that screw is present in that like a big machine, then like that screw have like much more value. So like when you come in this material world, when we try to enjoy like independently, then we have no value, we only suffer. But when we come in a contact with a Krishna, it is like that small screw come in a contact with that big machine, then it has the it has the value. Okay, so yes, so like how like currently we forget about the Krishna, we only think about the Krishna like sense gratification. Then like now, like how to re-establish the pure love for Krishna in our heart, that like we need to purify our heart. Then how we have to purify our heart? Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Okay, and everyone has the chance to hear like do the Shravanam and Kirtanam of Hare Krishna mantra, and hearing the glories of Lord Krishna. And like when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, when we take the process very sincerely, and like when we do all things without offenses, then immediately the Krishna consciousness is awakened. Okay, and like yes, it is not artificially imposed. So thing is that when we chant, our heart get purified and we become free from the all material contamination. Then third is that chanting is a universal religion. So we can see like in other religions also they have some rosaries, or they glorify the lords in their songs, or they glorify the norms lord's names by chanting some names. So yes, God's name can be different, but like a God is a one, Krishna is the supreme Lord. So like they chant the God's name indirectly, we chant the God's name directly because we know who is the real God. Okay. So yes, like by chanting name, we can we can do the self realization who we are. Okay. And the further is the seeing the Lord through the seeing the God through the sound. So uh, we have seen many mantras na, and in many shlokas na, where it is a description simply by chanting we can go back to the Godhead, and like there is no difference between Krishna and his name. Krishna is the absolute, even like his paraphernalia is non-different from him. Okay. So Krishna in this Kali Yuga, Krishna come in a form of a shabda or a sound incarnation, and which is the non-different from the Krishna. Okay. So like we can see here Prabhupada says that Lord Krishna himself says that I'm not there in my abode or in the heart of a meditating yogi, but where my pure devotees are singing, we can feel the presence of Krishna as we actually make a progress. So yes, like Krishna is not present in his abode. Krishna is not present in someone who is practicing austerity or who, performing some majestic yoga. But Krishna is present where is the glorification of the Lord's name is taken place. Okay. So Krishna may be may present in our class because we are all are glorifying Lord Krishna through the mouth of a pure devotee. We are reading from the Prabhupada's books. Okay. So yes, like so like when we chant the Krishna's name, Krishna is actually coming just because our senses are not pure, we are not able to see. Our senior acharya says that there is only one difference between like pure devotees and sadhakas. What is that difference? Like sadhaka, when sadhaka offer the bhoga to the Krishna accept it. Okay, Krishna accept it, but in a case of a pure devotee, like they when they offer the bhoga, Krishna comes and the pure devotees can see Krishna personally coming and eating. So in both cases, both cases, Krishna is eating, but it is an attitude of a sadhaka and it is an attitude of a pure devotee. Like when we pray na, like I want to become pure devotees. There is like we are thinking about myself. I want to become this. I want to become that. No, our meditation should be that Krishna should be satisfied. Okay. So there is only one difference that like a sadhana when a sadhaka he don't have that much strong faith, but a pure devotee have a faith. Okay. I'm offering means Krishna is coming and Krishna is eating. Okay. And then then how holy name act like a fire. We have seen this animal analogy na, like fire will act, and we have I still remember the word laws of nature are so stringent, they are they are so strong and you cannot break them. Even like an innocent child, when he touches the fire, his hand get burned. Fire doesn't discriminate na, like he is the innocent child, he don't know if he touched the fire he will get burned, so let me not burn his fire burn his hand. No. So and so here we can see Prabhupada again giving the analogy. When innocent child, he don't know, like if he put the fire on the dry straws, then it everything will be burned into the ashes. And but adult knows the power of a power of the fire. If he put the fire to the dry straws, everything will be burned. So even the child don't know, but when he put the straws on fire, everything will burn into the ashes. So another example is that Prabhupada, another analogy Prabhupada gives, there is some what we say, some pharmacist, he know like how this chemical formula works in our body, what is the mechanism, how this medicine work. Doctor knows, pharmacist knows, but the patient don't know like how if he's taking one pill, he don't know, he or she don't know how the medicine go inside the body and how it will work. He don't know, he simply take the medicine, but the effect is same. Okay, so similarly, you may know or you may not know the what are the effects of the like chanting Hare Krishna mantra, but effect will be shown. Okay, and effect will be that like you will become free from the all sinful actions that you are performing from the crores and millions of lives. Okay, then next part is a liberation from the false ego. Okay, so like what is the false ego? Like false ego means we think that I and mine, means like I only think that I am an enjoyer and everything in this world should like is there so that I can enjoy it. Okay, we have that proprietorship. So when we give up this false ego that I am an enjoyer, and like when we take when we pursue that I'm not enjoyer, I am just there to be being enjoyed by the Lord, then like we come into the our real position. Like Jivere Swarup hoy Krishna Nitya Das. And second, like further we can see the chanting defeats the death. So when we chant the Hare Krishna mantra, like when we practice the entire life chanting Hare Krishna mantra, when we change our consciousness from the material consciousness to the spiritual consciousness, then at a time of death, what happens? Like you will save from the cycle of a birth and death. So like, so why we have to become free from the cycle of birth and death? Because we are suffering here, and like we are away from our real home, and we are away from the real happiness. So simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we will be immediately surpass this surpass the great ocean of the material sky, and we will enter in a transcendental abode. Then experiencing ecstasy. So yes, by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we can go to the stage of a bhava, and we can go to the stage of a Krishna prema. But for that, we have to chant holy name without offenses. Okay. Then further, we have seen the sound incarnation of a Lord. So yes, like in Kali Yuga, like a Krishna descent, like Krishna descent personally. Krishna come personally. Sometimes Krishna descend like a devotee in a form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna comes in a various type of incarnation like a Narsimha, Vaman Rupa, in many incarnations. Sometimes Krishna comes as the sound incarnation. So Krishna come descend in a form of a holy name. Okay, so in this age of Akali, Krishna has descended in a form of a sound vibration. Sound is a one form of the Lord text. Okay, so when we are chanting and when we are hearing the same mantra, so there Krishna is a personally coming, and like Krishna is entering in our ears, and from ears he goes to our heart and he clean our heart. So like we should have the full faith. Okay, when I'm chanting Krishna is coming, so I need to be very sincere. My mind will go here and there, but I have to pull the mind back, and I have to like again try to focus on the each and every word of a Hare Krishna mantra. So okay, so next is a Krish and Krishna, and the names are the same. So we can see in every religion they are they are trying to chant the holy name, they are trying to glorify the names of a Lord. So and in a Shrishtastakam, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, nama namakari bahuda nija sarva shakti. So
Tanimete Samranena Kala.
yes. So, like Lord has a millions and millions of names, and like Krishna is so merciful. Krishna has put all the potency, all the potency in this holy name. So when we chant the holy name, we are directly associating with the Krishna. Okay. So further is the wild horses in the of the mind. So can you imagine we are sitting on the on the chariot, and like horses are not in your control, or horses are like mad. Okay, and like they are pulling you here and there, and like you are not controlling the horses by pulling that ropes. So like we can simply sitting in the horror. So when we sit sit for the chanting, then we can see the same condition happen with us. So like where the mind is running, like the horses are running, like there is one analogy which states that the horses are like our senses, and the green grass is like sense object. So our horses like will run behind run behind the green grass here and there. Okay, so similarly our mind runs behind the like objects, sense objects, like so like which are the which will give us the so-called happiness. But this in this material world, happiness is not happiness is a flickering, not a permanent. Okay, so like why mind is running here and there, because mind think that like if I do this I will become happy. Let me do that, I will become happy. Happiness present here, happiness is present there, so like let me run here and there. Okay, but this is not a fact. We should come to the conclusion that in this material world, like by doing the sense gratification I will never be happy, so let me engage my mind in a Krishna's service. Okay, so as soon as like mind is engaged in Krishna's service, we can control our mind. Okay. So then what is the peace formula? Then peace formula is that we come to the knowledge that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme controller of this world. And Krishna is the ever well-wishing friend of me. Then like we surrender to Krishna and we engage ourselves in Krishna's service, then like everyone becomes peaceful. Okay. So like this human life is for what? Human life is for to change our consciousness from the material consciousness to the spiritual consciousness or to the Krishna consciousness. And how this like how we can change this consciousness? Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, by like Shravanam and Kirtanam. Okay, so process is so simple. By just simply chanting we can come to the like a factual like we can know our real position. Jiveri Swarup hoy Krishner Nityadas. Then like okay, I'm the servant now. What like what is next? So I need to serve my master. And by reading the Bhagavad Gita, like by reading the Bhagavad Gita, we can re-establish our lost relationship with the Krishna. Okay, so currently we are in a false ego that I am an enjoyer and like everyone should serve me. But like when we get the real self-realization, then we come to know, okay, I am like a servant and let me serve my master, that is Lord Sri Krishna. Okay. So yes, Hare Krishna mantra, it is a free for everyone. Like we do not charge any money for that. So even like in the last page we are seen in an interview na, like so this Hare Krishna mantra is for the spiritual treatment, and so there is no distinction between like a poorer or rich person, or like for this caste that caste, or for this religion that religion. Everyone can come and take the benefit of this Hare Krishna mantra, because we can see like a criminal, like he commits some crime, he like robs some bank, he go in a jail. When he come out again, like again he's tried to rob another bank. Okay, so like what is the problem? That like even if you give him the strong and strong punishment, or like harder and harder punishment, still the tendency of cheating is there. So like what is our problem? Even if we are trying to engage our senses in Krishna consciousness, just because we are not too sincere and not dedicated, so like the tendency of doing sense gratification is still there. We still want to enjoy. But like when we dedicate ourselves, when we practice very sincerely under the shelter of Guru Maharaj, then it will be easy. Okay, so like for the criminal, like we don't have to make this punishment more strong and strong, but we have to focus on changing the heart, or the purification of a heart of a like a criminal. So currently we are also criminal. We are trying to enjoy ourselves independent, like, and that too exploiting the property of a Krishna. Okay, whatever the family members you are having, whatever wealth you are having, like whatever assets you are having, even this body doesn't belong to you. Because what Krishna says, like Krishna says he is a Pancha Mahabhuta, and like he's the expanded energy of Pancha Mahabhuta, and like, also the mind intelligence and false ego is also like also belong to Krishna. So whatever you are having, everything belongs to Krishna. And so like when we try to use all these things for our sense gratification, then we are you know we are committing crime like a criminal. Okay, so we have to engage all assets in Krishna's service. And So like currently our heart is unclean because we are constantly thinking about the sense gratification. But when we start thinking about like how I can serve Krishna and how can I gratify the senses of Krishna, then our real purification start. So process is the same, and even the goal of the process is the same. So like currently we are trying to please the Krishna, and what is the goal of this? That we will please Krishna, or we will engage like we will we can go back to that in a transcendental abode where we can serve Krishna peacefully. Okay, so today we can end here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasta kripa sindhubhe eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you for
Krishna.
joining.
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Happy Krishna
Mataji.
Conscious Day.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you, Mataji.
Krishna.